Battlecry of Freedom by Ngakma Nor'dzin.
Part 3, Practicing Mind Training, Chapter 2, How to Use the Slogans.
To accompany this book, there is a set of slogan cards that provide the essence of the presentation of the 7 points of mind training. These 59 cards each contain the slogan translated from the Tibetan and a succinct explanation, as presented at the beginning of each slogan in Part 2 of this book. The cards also include an indication of where the slogan fits within the 7 points and the whole set of 59 slogans.
Mind training is a most powerful method of practice for committed and experienced practitioners. The 7 points and the slogans span Sutra, Tantra and Dzogchen and offer great depth and subtlety of view. Mind training with slogans can be introduced as a method for beginners, but it will be necessary to find a teacher and receive further teaching on mind training methods to make great progress.
The previous chapter looked at the 59 slogans as a progression through the 7 points of mind training. It is useful to engage with the 7 points in this way and become thoroughly familiar with which slogans are in which point. This may enhance the experience of working with the slogans as a method of daily practice.
As a daily practice, the slogans are approached individually. With this in mind, I have tried to ensure that the commentary for each slogan in Part 2 is self-contained. The commentaries in that section do not refer to other slogans, the position of the slogans within the 7 points, or to the progression of the 7 points. This means that when a card is drawn, the commentary for that slogan can be read if wished, and it will stand alone as an individual focus on the aspect of mind training that slogan addresses.
Thorough familiarization with the slogans and their meaning will greatly help in approaching the slogans as a daily practice. This is particularly true of the more succinct slogans, where the subject matter may not be immediately obvious. Examples of such slogans are Slogan 8, 3 objects, 3 poisons, 3 roots of goodness. Slogan 15, apply the 4 highest methods. Slogan 23, continually train in the 3 general principles. Slogan 45, embrace the 3 principal causes. And slogan 47, keep the 3 inseparable.
For those working with slogan cards, I have tried to offer an indication of the meaning of the more oblique slogans in my pithy comments. This means that the commentaries do not necessarily need to be looked up every time.
Practicing with the 59 slogans individually using the slogan cards can be approached in different ways. This can be a daily practice, changing the card each day. Alternatively, a card can be a focus for a longer period of time until it feels appropriate to move on to another slogan. With these 2 approaches in mind, here are 3 methods of drawing slogan cards. 1. Starting with the first card, work through the slogans in order from 1 to 59. 2. Shuffle the cards and work through all 59 slogans in the random order that arises from shuffling. 3. Shuffle the cards and use the slogan that comes to the top as the focus of practice. Then, when the decision is made to change the slogan card, shuffle the cards again and work with the new card that comes to the top.
The first approach, working through the slogans in order, is a useful way to get to know them. This approach is also useful for becoming familiar with the 7 points as a complete teaching. It takes time to become really familiar with the slogans, studying 1 a day, as each card will only be seen 6 times in the course of a year.
The second approach, shuffling the cards and working through them in the generated random order, is interesting in a different way. Practitioners may experience a sensation of the right slogan having appeared at just the time it was needed. Again, as a daily method, this would only mean a slogan would be seen 6 times in a year. Further study may be required to embrace the teaching as a whole and for the individual slogans to become really well known.
In the third approach, shuffling the cards each time a card is selected, it cannot be guaranteed that every slogan will actually be seen in a year of daily practice with slogan cards. I would not recommend this as the first method for working with slogan cards, as it will not be useful for familiarization with all the slogans.
The third approach does, however, offer another interesting experience, that certain slogans may appear again and again, and perhaps others are never seen. This can be taken as meaningful by the practitioner if they wish it to be meaningful. But meaning is not certain. Chaos must also be considered. There can be meaning, but there is also chaos. To deny chaos and rely on meaning would be to stray into predetermination, which is antithetical to the Buddhist teachings.